Hello and welcome everyone. For Doc 16, I'll be searching the middle of the map with a handgun. What began as a normal mission will turn into an awesome hunt that you won't want to miss. Doc wants me to get in close for this one. I'll be traveling to the Lake District and have to harvest 3 different species down within 30 meters with a handgun. The Lake District is an area through the center of the map, so any animals I get will have to be within the yellow area to count. That won't be a problem though, as it spans from the southern coast to North Lake, and has both home ranges included within its borders. You'll find whitetail, turkey, and moose in the southern and western edge, and blacktail and elk in the north and eastern edge. The loadout for this mission will be important since I'll need to get 3 different species. I set up a semi-vanilla loadout for this using the .22 pistol for birds and rabbits, the .357 Magnum for coyotes and deer, and the .44 Magnum for bear, moose, and elk. However, I have yet to unlock the .44 flat-nosed ammo, and found that the hollow points have failed me for bigger animals more than once, so I probably won't be using the .44 much at all. The key factor for this mission will be to get in close before taking the shot. The 2 strategies I like to use for this are to spot my prey and then either slowly crawl into range or find a concealed hiding place next to a bush or tree and call them in. At 30 meters, it doesn't take much noise to spook them away, and if the wind is bad, I won't even get a chance. So going slow and being patient will be key to getting this job done. The mission began by setting the time to 8:30 in the morning. My target was to find whitetails in the drink zones at the southern end of the swamps. It's a great place to cruise along and find easy opportunities, so I occasionally wander through to see what I can find. As soon as I reached the water's edge, I found some. There was a moose there as well, but since the .44 hollow points have historically lost more animals than I've found, I remained focused on the deer. My guess was that they were headed to a drink zone I had already discovered to the west. And luck was on my side. The largest buck in the herd settled in next to some trees, giving me a great opportunity for cover. So I began to sneak my way in closer. Perfect. Wind in my face, low visibility, and the buck was only 14 meters away. He's a nice tan-colored gold at 224.02. The .357 did a great job, hitting him in the lung, liver, and stomach. Since the shot was made at 15 meters, he became the first of 3 species for the mission. I couldn't get another whitetail for the mission, but it was a beautiful morning, so I continued my hike north. A short distance away, I found another herd of whitetails, and one in particular would pique my interest, but I'm going to come back to him later. The next animal I got for this mission I found at sunset. There was a small lake I had yet to visit and wanted to see what it had to offer for blacktails. I spawned in at the closest outpost and made my way north. Along the way, I had a few temptations. My distrust in the .44 hollow points discouraged me once again with an elk, but a bark in the woods had some potential. I tried calling her in, but I had a poor wind and she spooked before I had a chance. The lake proved to be within the moose and whitetail home range, so I was out of luck there. but I had a few blacktail zones to the west and decided to take a look. And in that zone was an estimated 182. He was a level 4, so I knew he wouldn't make diamond, but still a very nice find. With my target acquired, I slowly crept my way in. He spotted me and got suspicious. I made sure I kept a low profile from here on in and kept my eye on the herd. I headed for the bushes and trees close to the herd to try to get a good shot. At first, the 182 was quartered away, so I was tempted to get the 160 instead. But after alerting a doe, the group shuffled around and my opportunity arrived. He is a dark gray colored gold at 168.88 and my best blacktail to date. He's a great find and has my favorite style of antlers. The 357 got him in the heart and lung at 25 meters, dropping him instantly. Thrilled with my harvest, I now had 2 species down for the mission and 1 more to go. I thought I'd try and see if the same lake had any coyotes to offer, so I set the time and made my way down the trail again. I had 2 females drinking at the lake, but had a bad wind. I began to flank to the left, but they caught my scent and spooked. With no other options here, I made my way back to the edge of the swamps. I spooked one out of the same zone that I shot the blacktail in previously. Since he was headed for the hills, I continued my search along the shore for another. Around the next bend, I found one. I hid in a nearby bush for cover and then began calling her in. I waited for her to get in close before I took the shot. She's a nice level 3 female, scoring silver at 39.61. The 357 pulled through for me again, hitting her through both lungs at 17 meters. With 3 species downed within 30 meters with a handgun, I completed the mission. So that's how I completed the mission. A nice whitetail, a best-to-date blacktail, and a decent silver female coyote did the trick. Now let's go back to the second whitetail I found in the southern swamps. I spotted the herd in their drink zone. The visibility was hazy, but I could see several bucks in the zone. I thought I'd see if I could get the darker one to the left, so I began the stalk. The estimated 206 was the target. He was well hidden in the tall grass, so I marked his position. But once I got closer, I noticed that he looked much darker than usual. Suspecting I might have a rare fur in my hands, I began to proceed carefully. He was tough to see through the tall grass. And he's down. He turned out to be very dark indeed. One of his legs was a little awkwardly placed, but I was super excited to see the jet black fur, red eyes, and a decent set of antlers. And he is a melanistic silver buck, scoring 179.02. He's got a great rack for a silver, and my first melanistic ever. The lethal shot got him through the lung, stomach, and liver at 25 meters. What a great surprise for the hunt, and a fun addition to my lodge. Well, goes to show. Sometimes a normal mission can become a great one. Coming away with a melanistic whitetail and a best-to-date blacktail was more than I had anticipated to find, making for a memorable hunt. If this video was helpful, or you learned something along the way, be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more content. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. I'll be adding more of these guides as I go along with my progression, so be sure to check in for more Call of the Wild content. Thanks for watching!